If you notice, there are some materials that were handed out to you. Right at your tables, you all have these wonderful strings. Would you hold that, please, Miss Erica? Okay. What do you think this is representing? A number line. What gave you that idea?
I think that it's kind of obvious. There's a number and then 0 and a line.
Okay.
And plus there's more cards behind the hundreds place to fill out the line.
Okay.
It looks like a number line because it starts low and it goes high, and there's like space between it where you can put different numbers to start.
Great. Okay, so you're right. This is a number line, and there's numbers on here, and we can increase the numbers as we go along the number line. So at your tables, you each have one of these in a group, okay? And you also have some cards that have some very specific numbers on them, and I want you to work together in your group to place these numbers on your number line by using these clothespins, right? You guys have all seen these, and you were wondering why they were in your bags. So now you know, okay? You're going to work together as your group, and what you're going to do is each of you in your group is going to get just one. And no one else in your group can place that number on the number line but you. Okay? So only you can touch that number. So once you have that number, you're going to look at your number line and you're going to decide where is that number going to go, and only you can place it on your number line with your clothespin. Okay? Other people might have other ideas about where that goes. Okay, and you can talk about that. And you can change things around if you need to, but only you can move it. Okay? Does anyone have any questions about what we're going to be doing?
That's a really cool strategy. So you said that this is 10, so then you doubled it, and then you used half of it.
33, since it was somewhere in the middle of 25 and 50, and it was closer to 25, we decided to put it around the middle, but closer to 25.
Okay. So around the middle, but closer to 25, because you're thinking it's closer to 25 than it is to 50. Okay. And what about this guy?
For 75, we decided it was almost exactly like 25, because this would have been the 0, this would have been like the 10, the 100, and that would have been like the 25.
You know what we could do? To find even, we can do this. We can find 50. We're the evens.
So 35 was 33 was in the middle. This here. And 25 would be more like right there.
Well, then we can measure it. Okay, I don't know what it is. Here's 50. But you know how we can get 25? Divide 50.
Okay, so tell me about your number.
That's what I said.
Hold us both even.
25 is about right in the middle. Right here.
Well, let's fold it again.
Fold it.
Just like we did the first time.
Fold it. Fold it. Right there.
Well, kind of. There.
Okay, so Mrs. Esmeralda's going to show you how to hang it up.
It is one string. Look.
I know, but what string do we put it on? Okay, so 50. Okay, so
okay, I have it
right there.
Get the 25 card. Oh.
Okay, all right, so
It's really hard.
let's hang it up.
Oh yeah, can we play 75 first? Let's play 75 first.
Great conversation, thank you.
Play up that side.
I am putting the chair back.
I think you can just loop the ring to see how we do right in there. Am I doing
Can we have?
all right. Okay, thank you. Class.
Yes.
All righty, I think we're all ready to start our next conversation. So there were a few things that were going on and a few things that we wanted to happen as you all were working together. So one of the things that I want you to think about now is what were the things that you all did together as a group that made you placing those numbers on the number line so successful? Because you all did a wonderful job, and every group was working, and you were all doing what you needed to do. So what were the things that happened in your group that made it work so well together? So we're going to follow the same routine that we've been following, where we're just going to think. What were the things that helped you work in your group so well? Okay, and then when you're done thinking, if you'll write some of those things down, please. So you've been doing a lot of thinking and you've been doing writing because we don't want to lose those brilliant thoughts that you have. We're going to have a few conversations about how you worked so that we can make sure that that brilliant work that you did continues for the rest of the week. Okay? And if we need to add to those ideas throughout the week, we can. We all did things a little bit differently, and we all worked in our groups a little bit differently. And it's important for us to know what were the things that we did as we worked together in our groups that made us work so well, because you all did such a great job. And we want to make sure that we write these things down so that we continue working this way all week. Okay? And if we need to make some changes as we go on, we can do that. But for right now, I want to write these wonderful things that you all did down. I see you raising your hand.
Instead of in our group, instead of one person deciding like where we should put each number, we all decided as a group. And I think that was very important.
Okay, so you all made decisions together as a group. So we're going to write these things down so that we can remember what these things are. Okay? So when we made decisions, we all made decisions together as a group. Okay? As we write these things down, I want the rest of you to be thinking about, are these things something that we can all agree with? Right? When we make decisions, we can all decide as a group. Okay? So can you show me a thumbs up if this is one that you all can agree with? As we make decisions, we're all going to decide as a group. If it's something that we're working together as a group, right?
Yeah.
Because there are some times that we think alone. Okay, but okay. I think we have a unanimous on this one. Okay. Any other things that you all did in your groups that helped you be successful?
We compromised.
You compromised. So tell me, give me an example of the situation that happened in your group so that we know what you mean by compromise.
What we did was, because we were trying to decide where to put the 50, the 25, and the 10. And so we compromised on not like folding it to find the middle, and then we had to fold it again to find the 25. So we compromised on how to find the middle and the middle of 50.
Okay. So you all had different ideas to start off with.
Yeah, but we have to have one idea where we can work and it will go smoothly.
Okay. Good. That's good. Okay, before we write it down and can we agree to compromising? So show me thumbs up if you can agree to compromising, because there are going to be some situations where maybe you have a different idea.
And we need to see it in a different way that we can each use each of everyone's ideas.
Okay, so I see a lot of hands, but I want to make sure that everybody has a chance to talk, and even people that don't talk very often. So the last time that we shared, I did go ahead and go with hands. Right now I'm going to just pull sticks, and just to make sure that everybody has a chance to talk, okay?
I liked about what my group did is they helped me help me find where to put my numbers.
Okay, so what would you like for all of us to make sure that we do when we work in small groups?
Each other.
Okay, show me thumbs up if you all can agree to helping each other. Okay, thank you very much.
I like that our group, if we weren't sure where to put the numbers, we would talk about it as a group and agree what was the best decision, and that we would decide as a group where the numbers would go, and make sure that all of us agreed.
So I see already we have that we're going to decide as a group, but you said something that's very important, that you would talk about it, okay, as a group. And I don't see that specifically up there. So is that okay if we decide on all of us talking about it as a group? Yes? Okay, so show me thumbs up if you can all agree to talking about what you're working on as a group. Awesome. Okay, another unanimous.
I think that if like one of us didn't get it, they would help us, like they would help me and like tell me like why they got that in a way.
Okay, so somebody was explaining to you. They weren't just giving you the answer, but they were actually explaining to you how they got their answer. You agree with what she's saying, yeah? Okay, so show me thumbs up if you can agree to explaining how you got your answer, not just saying, here, this is what I got, but this is why I got it. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more, and then we're going to talk about one more thing.
Well, my group, we went in order from smallest to largest. We went with the smallest number, and then we went to the biggest number.
Okay, so you came up with a strategy to work on as a group. Yeah. Okay, did you want to add to that? Do you agree with that? Okay. Yeah. All right, so coming up with a strategy to work on as a group. So show me thumbs up if you can agree to that as a group you're going to come up with a strategy and work on it. Okay, another unanimous one. So I'm going to say this because I think it's important. Not always are we all going to agree. Okay? So if something comes up and somebody says something and you're not too sure about whether or not you can agree with it, it's okay for you to say that in here. Okay? So if you don't feel like you want to work on somebody else's strategy, it's okay for you to say that. Okay? So I just want you to feel comfortable with voicing that. You don't always have to agree with what everybody is saying. Okay? Sometimes the best conversations come out of not agreeing and respectfully disagreeing and saying, you know what, I'm not really sure that I think the same way that you do. Okay? All right, one more.
My group, we were always like open to suggestions of like what we thought like of ideas. We were always like open to.
Okay, so being open to suggestions. So is that something that we can all agree on, that we can all be open to suggestions from others?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I saw a lot of head nodding too, so okay, that's a good one. So as the week goes on, if there are other things, because I can see that there are other hands going up and there may be some other things that we want to add, okay, we can do that as time goes on. So these are going to be our teamwork norms. This is what we all have agreed to.
I actually play on a soccer team, and sometimes we don't make very good decisions, but we should learn from the mistakes that we make, especially when we're learning new things.
Okay, so that it sounds important to me, and it sounds to me like you're sharing that because you want to make sure that makes it on there right now. Yeah? Is that something that we can all agree to, that it's okay that we make mistakes? Yes. Yes? Okay. You have one more that you want to make sure that gets on there. Okay, tell us.
We have to change if it's like, do we find another way to do it and that's better instead of, like we have to change it if there's a better way instead of leaving it where it's not a very good way to do it.
Okay, so making changes is okay. Okay, is that something that we can all agree to, that if we feel like we need to change something, we can do that?
Yes.
Okay, we will change if we need to.
We don't, like, if you don't agree with them, you don't yell at them. That you don't agree, you can say you don't agree with them, and you can talk about why.
Okay.
Respectfully disagree.
Respectfully disagree. Yeah, and that sounds like that's important to everyone. Right? Yeah. So it's okay to not agree, but we're going to disagree respectfully. So maybe we can start using that language of respectfully disagree or I agree. Respectfully?
Yes.
Okay. That sounds like some good language to me.
That's a lot of teamwork norms.
I'm happy with our teamwork norms. How do you all feel about them?
Are we going to write these down?
We are just going to refer to them up here when we need to use them. Okay? So, based on these norms of how we work as a team or in our small groups, I want to talk about quickly what we do when we work as a class. when we're all of us talking together and sharing our ideas, because we've already done that several times, haven't we? We've stopped after certain activities and we've talked about and shared our ideas. And how does that happen and what does that look like and what has made our work so successful so that we continue to use those things and we remember throughout the week? Because sometimes by the time we get to Friday, we feel very comfortable with each other and we may not be as respectful as we need to be, right? How many of you has that happened to? Right, so we don't want to get to that place. We want to leave on Friday and be like, oh, that was wonderful and awesome, and can we stay? Right? I want to come back on Monday. Okay, so take some time to think about how are we going to work together as a whole group to make sure that we continue to work successfully. Okay, so think. I'm going to give you a minute to write, and then again we're going to share. Okay? Teach.
Okay.
Class.
Yes.
That's good. You guys are good at this. Okay. So I want you to share again your ideas of what it is that we're doing that's going to help us to continue to be successful when we talk as a whole class. If there's something that you would like us to do, share that also so that we can all grow and learn from the things that have helped to make you successful. Yes.
Like you said, like at the end, you like must be like as good, like not doing the teamwork, like or acting good. Like if I was not acting good, I would not like want someone to say you're not, like being really rude to me because I'm being rude. I would like them to say, oh, you're being mean, and because I might not know it, I'm being mean.
Okay, so be respectful when we help me out.
Make a mistake.
Okay. Sounds good. So be respectful when we make a mistake.
Should raise our hands so we don't shout out a lot.
Okay. I want us to practice the I respectfully disagree, right? So John just said we should raise our hands so that we don't shout out a lot. If any of you disagree with that, now would be your opportunity to say.
I respectfully disagree.
So do you respectfully disagree about us raising our hands, or are you okay with us raising our hands?
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Awesome. Just practicing. Good.
We already have our assignment and we have to work as a group. We should talk about it as a group and then like listen to everyone's ideas and then put them together.
Okay. So listen to everyone's ideas and put them together. Raise your hand if you want to share. And then listen to everyone's ideas and then put them together. Okay. Yes, sir.
Make a constructive argument.
Ooh, I like that language. And could you give us an example of what that would be like, sir?
Like if you don't agree, you can respectfully disagree and then tell them why. And if you see what you made a mistake or if they made a mistake, then you think it's okay to admit it.
Okay. Did everybody hear what he just said? Can I have somebody paraphrase that?
Okay.
Paraphrase means that you're going to repeat what he said, but maybe in your own words, just to make sure that we understand.
If you don't agree with someone, you could respectfully say, I respectfully disagree, and tell them why.
Very nice. Okay. Other ideas for how we should all work together as a whole class? Yes?
Have fun.
Ooh, I like that one too. What do you all think?
I respectfully agree.
I respectfully agree too. Okay. Any others that you'd like to add? As things come up, if you feel like we need to add to this one as well of how we're working together as a class, then please let us know and we can add some reminders of things that we should be doing to help us work together well.
Share ideas with the whole class.
Share your ideas with the whole class. Okay.
Maybe maybe we've done that before, so we can share our experience doing that.
Share our experience. Okay.
I think we should be respectful of whoever's talking.
Okay. Be respectful of others talking by not talking.
Yeah. Yes.
Share our discoveries with others.
Share our discoveries with others.
don't keep, like, what you discover, don't keep it to yourself, because, like, that wouldn't help you at all.
Okay.
It'd be better to tell everyone, because then it's helping everyone, not just yourself.
Share your discoveries with others so others can learn. Okay. Does that, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always look at the other side of the story, like there are different strategies out there, like if she had another strategy and she just wanted to share me. Like whenever we were doing those, she was folding them, I just thought like just put it in the middle, and she was like, okay, let's be precise.
Okay, so there's more than one way to do something, and then that's okay.
Don't be shy to ask questions, because some people are shy and that you might ask a question and that might be their question.
So don't be shy to ask questions. And that's really important, right? Because that's where the learning comes, is when you ask your questions. So please ask.
Or to say your answer.
Or to share your answer. Okay. This will be the last one.
If you see the other group doing something wrong, if we were working at our table, you should say something that would help them to understand what they did wrong and how they could fix it.
Is that something that we all agree with?
Yes.
Do you want to add to
Don't
that?
just go like, oh, you're wrong, and don't just tell them they're wrong, and tell them why.
So can you give me an example, just so that we are all on the same page? Like, how would you approach that?
Like if somebody was doing a math equation and you saw that they put the wrong number or did it wrong by accident and they didn't see it, you could say, oh, this is wrong, and I would like to show you how you could fix it.
Okay, so here are some suggestions. Yeah. This is what I tried.
I have another one.
Okay, Tess?
Like, for the same idea. Like, if the table was messing around when we were supposed to be doing work, you can, like, go over and tell them we need to be doing work and not messing around. Like
help others to refocus. Tess, that's a good idea. Sometimes that happens. I get distracted too. We have a few more, but we also have another activity that we'd like to get to. So if you still want to share, I'm not going to stop you from sharing. I'm going to let you share. I'm going to have you come up here and tell us, and we'll write it down, but I'm going to get everyone else started on our next activity. Is that okay?